Hello everyone, it is me Evil, and we are going to get controversial today because we are going to be ranking the 197 countries in the world based on what I think of them. So really this isn't a how good this country is list, this is a how good this country is at convincing me that it is good list. So let's just get into it, and I'm gonna check if my recording was okay there. Alrighty, I would say that it was good enough. So, I have all of the countries here. I have a where tier for flags that I have no idea for. Which, quite frankly, I feel like I'm seeing quite a few that I'm not sure about. But, let's just get into it with Afghanistan. Big place? Obviously not. It is. Like, why would you ever go to Afghanistan? I mean, does it even exist with this flag anymore because Taliban is ruling it? Like, Afghanistan, definitely not one of the places I would like to visit the most. I know they have a lot of fossils there, so it could be quite fun if you... I mean, as a biologist myself, it's quite exciting for that, but it is quite unsafe to go digging in Afghanistan regardless. So, unfortunately, it gets horrendous. Well, besides, like, they might just kill you if you are not a hardcore Muslim with a beard. So, a bit scary. Albania, I know that one as well. Albania definitely would avoid. Albania is, I think, the poorest country in Europe, and I heard that they had a dictator that forced the entire country to build 600,000 bunkers, and then when the dictator fell, a new government came into power, and this government fell out of power because they all fell for a pyramid scheme, and it collapsed the entire economy of this country. So Afghanistan definitely doesn't seem to be the best run place, and next up I think is Algeria. I'm gonna start cheating. Yeah, so Algeria there, nice. Algeria, I think actually a solid place. When I imagine Algeria, I imagine oil, I imagine a ton of desert. Okay, the south sounds a bit unsafe actually. I don't know if I'm comfortable with all of the stuff going on in the Sahel. And its neighbors are also not doing the best, like Libya and Tunis. I guess Tunis is okay. I don't know really. Like, this is a lack of information on my part, for sure. And next up, I think this is Andorra. Let's see again if I'm correct. Yes, they've got the Castilian, or actually, I don't know what that is. I think that's Castile and Aragon, maybe Valencia. I'm not sure what their flag is. It must be like some combination of France and Spain, right? If you know what the coat of arms they have here is, then please tell me. Okay, I'm gonna give Andorra a big location because it is on mountains. Next up, Angola. I think. Is this Angola? I think it is Angola. This one is one of the ones I'm not so sure about. It is indeed Angola. And I did not remember which side of Africa it was, so this was very helpful. I know that this place is almost completely empty, but it does look like they have like wildlife there and everything. I feel like I've seen some documentaries. So I'm just gonna put them in unsafe because I don't really know much about them. Okay, this is some random island nation probably. No idea what that is. Get a better flag that looks ugly as fuck as well. I get the idea, but this makes me think of Greenland or some shit with the sun being super low and the ice on the bottom. Like, this is you in a hut in Greenland waiting for the short summer to come around. Argentina, enjoyable. I know they've got like the whole thing with the inflation and everything going on, but it seems like a fun place. It seems like they are partying a lot, they're having a good time. Just ignore the economy. So I think this is enjoyable. And next up, I think that's Armenia, or yes, it's Armenia. So Armenia, what I know about it is that it's like, I'm pretty sure that it's Orthodox instead of Muslim. I don't know anything about it really. I think solid place. Like, it gives me the impression that it's pretty safe and pretty nice. It has a long history and everything that I don't know about, but I know it has a long history. And it's been invaded a bunch of times and it's in the mountains again. Maybe I should put it in big. Nope. If I put every mountain country in peak, it's not gonna be working too well. Is this New Zealand or Australia? I think this is alphabetical order actually. Oh, this is probably Antigua. Wait, let me check. Yes, it's Antigua and Barbuda. Well, it is still in the where tier because I just know that they're in the Caribbean. So Australia definitely has to go into the peak tier. Like everything I think of Australia is fucking cool. They've got these spiders that are the size of your house. They've got monsters everywhere. They've got the like slave beginnings and everything. Actually, was it slaves or criminals, right? Yeah. Australia seems like an interesting place. Austria, peak. They also have the mountains there, and besides, like the architecture they have, like the Bavarian style houses, they look so beautiful to me. I guess I should just call them the German houses because it's in the area, right? Or the Alpic. Alpic? Is Alpic a word? Alpen houses. Next up we have Azerbaijan. Yes, Azerbaijan. I think Azerbaijan, what I've heard of it is that it's extremely poor and pretty scary, but it seems like they just have a unsafe location instead of being horrendous. The next up, I think that is Bahamas. Enjoyable, but I would be a bit concerned because the sea is trying to eat you. I think that's Bahrain here, yes, because we are in B. Bahrain, unsafe, because I do know that they do have some like a modern slavery going on, or was that Qatar? I don't know, it seems quite unsafe to me to go there. Bangladesh, would avoid. When I think of Bangladesh, I imagine the trains with the people like flowing over them and riding on the side of them because they want to save some money. It seems quite scary to go there. It seems that they have, it's like a India but like more oppressed. I know they have some rough history as well. I think I would avoid the country of Bangladesh based on what I know. This one I have no idea what this is. Bermuda maybe? Barbados is already there. I don't know what that is. Next up, Belarus. Belarus, I think, is just unsafe. I actually, like, when I imagine Belarus, like, I imagine, like, the dictator and everything, but it actually seems like a pretty decent place to live if you ignore the government. Also, the, like, military itself refused to invade Ukraine when the war started because they were opposed to it. Like, the leader couldn't convince the country to actually do what they were supposed to do. So I do have some like respect for it. Like they've got, yeah, they seem like an okay place to be. It's just unsafe because you do have a dictator running the place. Belgium is going to be easily in the peak tier. Belgium seems very safe. Like the people there seem to be nice. It's pretty like open and inclusive. You've got like a bunch of people from all around the world coming there. It is like the de facto center of the European Union. And it seems like a nice place. Belarus. I mean, this is Belize. Belize there in Latin America. It actually seems like a really enjoyable place. Not because it's like extremely nice or anything, but it just seems okay. This one... Is this Benin? I think it's Benin. Yes. Very ugly flag. But let's just not rate it based on the flag. It gives me the vibe of I would avoid. It's not as bad as Afghanistan though. I don't want to be mean. It seems like just a bad place. I just get the feeling. Bhutan, peak tier. I mean, they've got like Mount Everest. I need to be putting them up here. Actually, that's... I don't know if Bhutan has that, but Bhutan looks like a really nice place. I want to go there. Peak tier. This is another... I'm not even thinking of something. Like it has to be something before O. Like after A and after O. Where would that be? Actually, Bhutan was... What? Did I have the right flag? Yes, that's Bhutan. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Solid place. It gives me a decent vibe. They don't have much coastline, but it's alright. African country that starts with B. This must be a pretty big one. Is this Buganda actually? Or is this Buganda? Let's see. Oh, Buganda is like AFK somewhere else. So what is this? What is this flag? African flags. I get a feeling that that's a bigger country. Where is that? Oh, it's this one. What's this one called again? Botswana. When I think of Botswana, I just think of safaris and stuff. Enjoyable. When I hear Botswana, I think it's an okay place. Brazil, come to Brazil. Unsafe. Unsafe, but would be very fun. Now what the hell is this? Is this Brunei? I think it's Brunei. Yes, it's Brunei. Brunei is getting a peak tier. It is just interesting to me that there's a random sultanate surviving in Indonesia. I mean, in the Moluccas? What's the name of those places? North of Malaysia. Anyway, it seems like a really nice place, and I know that they are rich because of oil and stuff, but whatever. Like, it seems like a nice place. Bulgaria, I actually would avoid. It seems like a place that would be like dark, and for some reason I imagine it would be cold, even though it is next to the Mediterranean. Like, what the fuck am I talking about here in Sweden? I mean Finland. I don't even know the country where I'm in. Anyway, next up. That's another African country. I want to go here. What's the countries here? With a star. Why? I mean red and what was the third color? Red and green. Burkina Faso. Yeah, not gonna lie, I haven't like no recollection of what Burkina Faso has ever done. I have no clue what it does. I don't know if it's safe, if it's unsafe, if it's bad, if it's good. And that's Buganda, right? No, where was it? Alright, this is Capo Verde, I think. Capo Verde. Yes, excellent. So, Green Cape, I guess Green Cape is the name. Must be Portuguese because it sounds Spanish, but it's like the letters are wrong. The thing I know about Cape Verde is that there was this like mountain that fell apart and flooded all of Europe and America and Africa and caused the submerging of Doggerland supposedly, which does not sound like it makes sense to me, but maybe that is what happened. I feel like I'm mixing up some stories, because how did that cause Doggerland to sink? Like, would it go over all of Great Britain? How would it take away the land? That doesn't make any sense to me, actually. You know what, I feel like that's propaganda. I don't think it caused Doggerland to sink. Cambodia. Actually, I'm gonna rank Cambodia as enjoyable. It seems like a really nice place. Like, I imagine the streets there and people selling stuff for really cheap. And you get to have like the jungle goods there, like bombs and everything. Sounds like a nice place. This one I don't know what it is. Canada. Horrendous. Next up, what is this? I have no idea what this country is. And is this Romania or is this Chad? I think I'm going to rank this as Romania. I actually think Romania is enjoyable. It has like interesting history. I can understand the language once again because it's like Romance language and they kinda all are the same. Not to be racist or anything, but they do seem very similar to me. So I could understand some things that they say there, and especially with what they write. Like when you play GeoGuessr, you can kind of recognize them. Chile. Chile is like one of my favorite countries. It seems like a really nice place to visit. They have a lot of mountains as well, so you could climb them. So like really fun. China. You know, I know that China gets a lot of bad flack, but I'm actually gonna give it a solid place. As long as you don't go to the cities where you die from smoke poisoning and like shorten your lifespan by 15 years by just existing there. As if you were actively smoking like a pack a day just by living there. Sounds like a quite uncomfortable situation to be in. I think this is Colombia because of the wide top red, yellow part of the flag. And yes, my ability to connect the words and the colors is very bad. Like, I don't know why, but I just constantly fucked it up. Every single sentence I use a color, I say the wrong color, especially in English. I've noticed it happens in Finnish too, and I don't know what that is. It's like I associate them with a different color, and then like green pops up and I say it's blue, you know? Okay, so Colombia. You know what, Colombia, I know that they do like smuggling and stuff. I would avoid. I don't know what this is. This is Dr. Congo. Let me check if it's Dr. Congo actually. Yes, Dr. Congo. I was reading Wikipedia and they currently have 90 armed rebellions ongoing at the same time. You know, these jungles have like extreme Christian terrorists fighting extreme Muslim terrorists, and then like Rwanda is invading them. You know, like how bad has it to be for Rwanda to invade somewhere? Like how's that happening? And is this the other Congo? Republic of Congo. Oh. Yes, it's the Republic of Congo. Very nice of the Google to fix it so I don't need to type more and expose myself for not being able to type. I know that the Congo is better than Dr. Congo. Dr. Congo actually. I'm going to place them below Afghanistan. It's that bad, I think. This is Costa Rica, I think. Costa Rica. Solid place. It sounds like a nice place to visit. Ireland. What do I think of Ireland? It is big. Not as good as Putanto. Right there. Croatia. You know what? Where is Bosnia again? Yeah, put it there. Alright. And this one? This is Cuba. I think Cuba... they are not the most popular in America, I know, with the entire like stationing nukes there and everything, but honestly it was just them returning in kind, like the Soviet Union, I mean. Just returning in kind what America was doing in Turkey, but of course America ignores their own problems, you know. Actually, I'm gonna put Cuba in weak. They have a lot of like weird animals in there on that island. Very exciting to visit. Cyprus. I don't know if I can even rank it because, you know, it's split in half and I don't know which one of the three halves we are talking about here. Next up, Czechia. Czechia, I think it is Czechia anyway. Czechia, I think, is big. Actually, I'm going to put them above Bhutan. Czechia is seems like one of the nicest countries in the world to me. Denmark, I think I'm going to put in solid place. When I imagine Denmark, I just imagine it is a worse Sweden. And Sweden is already not the best place, so I'm going to give Denmark a solid place. Now I have no idea what this is. Here we have the other half of the Dominican Republic. There we go. The other half of Haiti. Or actually, is it Dominica? I think the island is Dominica. The Dominican Republic I would avoid, because it's next to Haiti, and there's a lot of natural disasters and everything, so I'm scared of going there. I feel like it would be unsafe. Let me put it in unsafe. What the hell is this? Why do they have a Scandinavian cross here and everything? Interesting flag they have, but they must be a random island. This one is Ecuador, I think. Yeah. They've got the Galapagos Islands, which immediately makes them interesting. And also, I heard that kind of random fact, but according to these dick size maps, Ecuador has the largest dicks in the world, which is quite confusing because they are also like extremely short. So I don't know what's going up in there, like what kind of genes they got. Anyway, Egypt. I think Egypt should be... I mean, if I imagine Egypt, it's like so hot. I would die. I would avoid that place because of that. Like I would just get cooked alive, and I would get skin cancer and die. You know, and that wouldn't be nice. I'm not looking for that experience quite yet. I think this is El Salvador. Unsafe, especially if you're a gang member. Like you don't want to be there right now, or you don't want to be American in there right now because you know what that means. Alright, and this is... They've got a tree there on the flag. I think this is in the Middle East, right? Do you have any of them that have a flag? Is that... No, it's not Iran. It's not Lebanon either, I would know that. What is this then? It must be a random island. I don't know what it is. What is this? Am I just blanking out on like something obvious, but I don't know. I think this is... I have no clue. Wait, is this Eritrea? Maybe it's Eritrea. Eritrea. That's Eritrea. You know, I was going to think that there's nothing below Dr. Congo, but when I think about it, Eritrea is even worse. This is like my terrible combo of... Hell no. I'm just missing the North Korea from here. Spoilers for the list, by the way. Sorry. Estonia. Peak. You know what? I just like Estonia. Like, I've gone there before. It's enjoyable. It seemed nice. Of course, as a Finn, they also sound very funny because they are using random words when in Finnish that means something else, but in Estonian it means something else. And then I'm just confused, you know, like when I listen to them talk. So, I think this is Buganda now. I think I looked up the map, like, right? No, it wasn't Buganda. They also have a shield. Is this Burundi? Oh, Burundi is that one. Let me put... Uganda, Uganda, Buganda. Where's Burundi again, actually? Oh. Where's Buganda? Buganda is a part of Uganda. You know what, I'm going to leave them in the where tier. I think that would be the best idea because I don't remember this shit. But now, what the hell is this? Is this... Swaziland? By the way, I'm gonna need to cut that part out because you just saw where I live on the Google Maps. Oops. Anyway, Eswatini, where is it? And what is it? When I think of Eswatini, I would avoid it. It seems like a very unsafe place. Yeah. Ethiopia. You know, I'm gonna put them above Afghanistan. Definitely a big jump up from there. And you know what? I kinda mean to Benin. Like, Benin isn't that bad, right? We've got England. Horrendous. Finland now. Below Estonia. I'm just kidding. Below Bhutan though. Yeah, below Bhutan, for sure. France. You. When I think of France, I imagine like people smelling really bad. Like the few times I've gone there on like connecting flights and everything. Like, it smelled so horrendous. Everyone there smokes. It's so fucking disgusting. And I have no idea what this flag is. And this flag, what is this? I don't know. But this is Georgia. And Georgia actually seems like a really nice place. It seems like a cooler version of Armenia. And their flag is also way better. Like, look at that. Everyone should do flags like that. Well, then this wouldn't be that exciting, but you get the meaning. Germany. Yeah, big. Big is better than France. I mean, Germany is better than France. Big. Yeah, big is also better than France, which makes sense, right? Makes sense to me anyway. Ghana. You know, Ghana actually seems like a solid place. Like, I know they have like a lot of hydropower, so it's pretty environmentalist. It seems like it has some nice jungle as well. And I know they have a lot of rivers because they've got hydropower, so must be pretty interesting to visit there. Greece has to go to peak just because of history and like all of the ancient artifacts they've got there and those like random old buildings and everything. That would be nice to see. Is this Gabon? Man, they need to update their flag. What the hell is that? Flag. Not their flag. That would be discriminatory. Excuse me. My ability to speak has been getting me cancelled recently. So anyway, Gabon. I'm not gonna move them. I don't know anything about Gabon. I cannot even place them on the map. But what the hell is this then? If it's not Gabon. Is it Guernsey? Let me see. No, it's not Guernsey. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Where? Is this... It's not Argentina. It's not Uruguay. What is this then? Huh? Is this Honduras? Oh, it must be Honduras. I always confuse it with Nicaragua, but Nicaragua has the lake there, which makes it more recognizable on the map. If I see the map, I know which one is which, but if I see the flag, I don't. Honduras, I would avoid it because I don't know where it is. Like, how would I visit there? Another one of the like really ugly flag again. Like, who made these flags? Fire the guy! Like, immediate like public relations -50 right here. Like, I see a flag from like, this one, and I immediately think like, what the hell is that? Like, why do they just have like a star and green and red? Like, how am I supposed to remember these guys? Like, if you aren't a big country, you need to have like a recognizable flag. Like, Cyprus over here did it right. Like, no one would know where Cyprus is if they didn't put it on the flag, but now everyone knows where Cyprus is. Like, as long as you know what Cyprus is in general. And if you don't know, like, why do they care if you see their flag and recognize them or not? Iran. Unsafe, actually. You know what? I'm going to put them in solid place, because Iran looks like a really interesting place to visit. It just seems like the government there is a bit dangerous. But they've got mountains, they've got like the whole Iran-Persia, you know, stuff going on, like a lot of history. I know they have a lot of fossils as well. So if it was safer to visit there, I would be like very happy to go there. Although they are also very hot, so I would probably get cooked alive and die. Another one of these really shitty flags. I think maybe this is Gambia. Which one is Gambia? Let me see the flag. Oh, Gambia is this one. Let me see. Oh, I put them here. I know some people that have visited Gambia. It is one of the poorest countries on earth. You can get by with like 100 euros. So if you are starving and like don't have a job, like go to Gambia if you've got the money. Like you can buy some time there if you are desperate enough to go there anyway. Like you can actually like survive there for a bit. Is this Liechtenstein? Liechtenstein has a crown on their flag. Where's the crown? Oh, here we go, Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein actually... Yeah, here. Put it here. But what is this one then? I don't know. Probably an island. Is this... This is Iceland. Wait, Honduras. Did I get the right country for Honduras? Excuse me. A voice going away. The voice is cooked. Oh my god, did I confuse the Honduras flag with something else? Yes, I did. Where did I put Honduras then? It's here. Oh, no. This one. Oh, this one. What is this then? Guatemala. Is it Guatemala? Oh, it's Guatemala. Alright, Guatemala is fucking cool. Solid place. Guatemala has all of the like ancient architecture again. I saw this picture and I immediately think, damn, that's fucking cool. Let's get it. This one, this is Hungary, right? Yeah, I'm going to assume that it's Hungary. I know like Hungarians are like related to Finns, but I don't really give a shit. So I'm going to say it's a solid place. It doesn't strike me as anything interesting. It's like the average Eastern European country. Like it has some interesting history, it hates its neighbors, it has some imperial ambitions, but you know, it's Hungary, bro. Like, I don't think anyone really wants to go there. It's a solid place. It's the definition of a solid place. Like if you were sent to Hungary, you wouldn't be like, oh no, but it's Hungary. It's exactly like Denmark. Like no one wants to visit Denmark, but if you get to go there for free, you probably wouldn't refuse because it's like decent. You know, that's what I think of it. And Iceland is going to the top. If there's ever a global apocalypse, I would be the first person going to Iceland. Or probably not the first, because a lot of people would be going there. Quite the popular tourist destination, especially in an emergency. Although Iceland has the opposite problem of Gambia, where you need to be a millionaire to just survive there. Although I guess you can always go fishing. I'm gonna put India in horrendous tier. Actually, where did I put the country? Bangladesh. Where's Bangladesh again? It must not be that high. Yeah. Put them right next to each other. I think this is... yeah, see, like so many of them are similar. Like, could you just make them more different? Actually, this is Poland. I confused it because there was... there was black at the bottom there. No, wait, this is Indonesia. Indonesia is the one that looks like a Pokeball. Big. They have so many different places to visit there, it just seems interesting. Yeah, Indonesia, I got it right. This could also be Monaco. I'm just going to assume that this is Indonesia. I need the country flag thing again. So this is Iraq. I know Iraq has actually improved a lot from the civil war. Or at least it has kind of improved for now. So I would avoid it because there's a threat of it going unsafe. But of course it's like the birthplace of civilization, so the possibilities of finding something interesting would be very high. So I wouldn't hate it. Actually, I confused Ireland with something, didn't I? That's Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire. Whatever. It's trash name. Why didn't you just call yourself in English? Do you think everyone speaks French? Horrendous. Maybe will it actually? Because it's not like bad. So why did I put this here? I don't know. Ireland. The right country actually. Okay, now move it down there. I don't want to go to Ireland over Finland, so I would put Ireland below Finland. Israel, bro, what the fuck? Bro, just because of like the global reputation they currently have, like I would never want to go there. Like it seems like if you are an Israeli, it's probably a decent place. As long as you are not getting bombed. But like that's not currently, I think that's the case right now, so... Yeah, it's definitely not going there. Italy. I mean, I could place them pretty high up. Above Ireland. Italy seems like a nicer place to live in. Jamaica. Like when I think of Jamaica, I immediately think of weed, but... I shouldn't put them that high because I do know that that's not actually like the case. Like at least it shouldn't be like entirely the entire identity of the country. I don't know anything else about them. You know, they're in the Caribbean. I'm pretty sure they speak English. Yeah, enjoyable place probably. Japan. I mean, I'm a weeb, of course. I need to put them pretty high. Again, below Finland though, but yeah, above Italy. Cool place. Now I need the sheet again. Jordan. I know that Jordan had a king and everything, so they have a monarchy. I imagine it's probably pretty similar to like Saudi Arabia, but they have less oil, so they are less rich and they are smaller. But it seems like a solid place. Like when I see it on GeoGuessr, it seems like okay enough. Just desert everywhere. Actually, I should put them in unsafe because they are desert and you would get fried in there. So doesn't sound like a nice place. Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan looks really interesting to me. Of course, I think of Mongolians when I think of Kazakhstan, but I don't think that's actually like true. It's like the Kazakhs that live there. Similar like nomadic idea, I guess. Kenya, they have a really cool flag. Like, take notes, other African countries, okay? You know, this flag would also be kinda cool, but I have no idea what the fuck this black and white thing is. Like, what is this? This is just more simple. Like, I know that this is a shield. It looks like a pretty like interesting design too, like tall shield for the entire body. Then like spears, I guess, to defend from the tall shields. The other way around actually, you don't defend from the shield. Bro, what the hell am I fucking napping? Yeah, solid place. Above Armenia. Cool place. Ooh, really nice looking flag. Makes me think of Rome with the bird, but I don't know what this country is. I feel like this is probably another island, based on the sea and everything. Alright, North Korea. Like, honestly, North Korea has a pretty bad reputation, considering. Like, yes, it's like a dictatorial dictatorship. A monarchy, basically. They are also supposed to be communist, but they don't really do a lot of sharing or caring. So I don't think it counts really. But they are better than Ethiopia or Afghanistan. Like, they don't have active wars because the monarchy is keeping control of the people and everything. It's not a monarchy, guys, it's a democracy, trust me. It's just that Kim Jong-un is so popular that he got 98% of the vote when he was born, okay? Kosovo. Would avoid. Now, where is Serbia? I think this is Serbia. Serbia right next to them. Because it's the same place. Am I right, guys? Just kidding. Actually, I think... I mean, honestly, I do think they are very similar in terms of, like... I would not go there, but it's okay. I don't think they're unsafe. It's just... I wouldn't go there. South Korea. Enjoyable. Top of enjoyable. They have interesting skyscrapers, but the population density is too high for my liking. And, like, they aren't a city-state. If it was a city-state, it would be okay, but, you know, they aren't. Alright, another one of these Middle Eastern ones. Kuwait. Kuwait, when I think of Kuwait, actually, I think it's pretty nice, but I know that they they kinda do have, like, a dictatorship in there as well, which is to be expected in Arabia, but still. Alright, the Xbox logo country. I think this is Kyrgyzstan. So, for Kyrgyzstan, I think it's... I don't have strong opinions of it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's one of the better ones there. But unsafe. Actually, would avoid. It's like at the bottom of would avoid. Because why would I ever go there? Like, can you name one reason why you want to go to Kyrgyzstan? Like, top 10 vacation destinations in Kyrgyzstan. Or why would you go there because you're interested in the nature? Because it's just savanna, right? Like, I don't think there's anything interesting in there. Or maybe savanna is not the right word, but whatever. What is this? The country flag that looks like Austria. Okay, this is Laos, I think. Yeah, Laos. What do I think of them? I mean, I don't know really. But I think unsafe. I don't get the vibe that they're that interesting compared to the other countries. You know, I just haven't been propagandized by them. This is Lebanon, right? Anyway, what is this one? Country flag that looks like Austria. Flag that looks like Austria. Latvia. Why did I forget the Latvian flag actually? Bro, I'm a fraud. I haven't been looking at flags for way too long. Latvia. Well, it's just a verse Estonia, but like Estonia is pretty nice. So I think Latvia is also pretty nice. Lebanon. Honestly, solid place. Oops. My alarm. Ignore it. Alright. What is this? Okay, these guys, I know like they want to be like original, but this is just ugly. And this is the one north of Indonesia. Malaysia. Is it Malaysia? No, Malaysia has one of those. What is this then? Is it Liberia? Oh, it must be Liberia. We are in L. So Liberia, I know that they are a very bad place to be in. Let's put them there. Like, that's what I think of them, honestly. Okay, what is this country? Bro, they need to be more original. Like, everyone has like the Islam logo and then like, you know, the moon and then a star. Okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? Okay, this one is cool. Saudi Arabia has a nice one because like no one else is using whatever Arabic or whatever this is. So what is that? Is it Libya? Yes, it is. So Libya, I would avoid. I don't know if the civil war is active anymore. I don't think it is, right? Like, it seems like an interesting place. I would like to go there if it was safe. I think this is Lithuania, right? Next to Latvia. I don't really see a reason why this would be different. Like, even though I live like around the area, like I can't really think of like what I think of the other that I don't think of the other. I just think they're the same place in my head. Netherlands. I mean, actually this is Luxembourg, but Luxembourg is also big. Less big than Finland though. Below the Japanese too. What is this now? Must be another African one, right? Bro, even looking at the flags, I can barely remember what I'm looking at. Is this Madagascar? I think it is, yeah. Actually solid place because of the wildlife. I know that they've got a like separate ecosystem compared to the rest of Africa, which would be very interesting to see in person, right? But I don't know if there's any. Oh, Malawi, nice. Shows up right here. So Malawi, I know they have a lake, Lake Malawi or whatever. I would want to visit that lake. So yeah, let's put it there. It has crocodiles though. Okay, what is this one? Oh yeah, this is Malaysia. Malaysia is... I want to visit it less than Indonesia, honestly. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem as cool. You know, it doesn't have that aura. Actually, when I think of GeoGuessr, I've always liked the Malaysian places more. Let me put it like this. Yeah, let me move it like here. Alright, this is... Okay, whoever designed this flag, fire them. Like, they just put the wrong font and kept it like that. Like, imagine doing this. But I think this is Maldives, right? Unsafe. The highest place in the Maldives is 3 meters off of the ocean level. What if a tsunami goes over Maldives? Would the entire population not just die? Like, I don't understand how they even survive there. So I would definitely not go there. Another one of these really goofy flags that you cannot remember unless you are like specifically learning them. So green. Let's start without anything else. Is this Mali? You know, when I think of Mali, I think of their history. Like, I know it from that. I don't really know about Mali in general. Like, what do I think of Mali? It is hot. Probably not very safe. I've seen some ruins and everything which seemed interesting. But I would avoid. Moit out on Mali. This one must be in Europe, right? Is this the Vatican? No, we aren't in the T's. Wait, is this the Maldives? Yeah, Maldives is that one. Why do they have two of these like off-font flags? Like the hell is this? Okay, what is this now? It has to be in Europe, right? But I'm blanking out on what it would be. Malta. Yeah, it's Malta. You know, I know a person that lived in Malta, or I don't know them, but I know them like indirectly. I mean, Malta is just a random small island in the Mediterranean. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, you go there for 10 minutes and you walk through the place and then you're done with it. Like, whatever. Kiribati. Oh, Malta is probably pretty good for like a fortification or something. I just immediately thought that in EU 4 they have the Malta forts there, so that's definitely true. Kiribati, I think peak. They appear to be like an interesting island chain. I know that they are also a bit bigger than the Maldives, so you're not going to be submerged in water immediately. Alright, Ace of Flags, what is that one? They wanted to be original, so they turned the moon symbol into a boat instead. Or is that in Africa? Ay, what is this? Man, they need to improve their flags. That's what I think. I don't need to learn them better. I think they need to improve them. That's the problem here. So, which one of these is a boat? Do you have any boats here? Or is it in... Mauritania? No, Mauritania has a properly sized flag, so it's not Mauritania. I have no idea what this is. Right, another one. They went with the quadricolor, so very unique, but I don't know what that is again. What is going on here? If I don't... Okay, it's Mauritius. Sounds like a solid place. I'm pretty sure that's in the Pacific or the Indian Ocean, one of those two. Mexico. Unsafe. When I think of Mexico, I think of like the drug violence and everything, but like I would want to go there, so I'm going to be putting it at the top of unsafe, in my opinion. Like if someone told me to visit Mexico, I would be concerned why they want me to go there, but I think I would go there. Man, why do I have something in my nose? What is this? It's itching. I have like an allergy or something. It must be from like hay or whatever. I've never had allergies before though. Moldova or Moldavia. Let me think. Which one was it? Yes, Moldova. Let's try to remember them correctly. Moldova, I mean, I would avoid. I think they are Albania tier. I think they're kinda similar as well. No, this is Poland. No. This is Monaco. Monaco is 2 kilometers wide. But if you could go to Monaco, you would probably be a millionaire. And that would mean that living in Monaco would probably be pretty nice. Or maybe you're like one of the concubines of the millionaires there or whatever. Which is still a pretty good position to be in. Certainly not the worst. Mongolia, bottom of peak. When I think of them, obviously, it's kinda cool. Okay, we've got the Roman Empire. Bro, it's actually like the Roman Empire flag. I think that's Montenegro, right? Yes, they've got the Montenegro flag. So what is this then? I think it's better than Albania. Solid place. Let me put them at the top of solid place. Actually, let me move them like this. Ooh, Cape Verde is actually higher. Let me put them like this. I think it is Cape Verde, right? Anyway, Morocco. I actually have like a personal liking to Morocco. It seems like a nice place. I shouldn't put them that high though. Like if I could visit there, how high would be my willingness to go there? below Belize. Below, I think this is Tanzania or Kenya, or I think this is Tanzania. No, this is Botswana, right? Bro, I don't remember these flags. But Morocco, like, they are nice because they put a star instead, so you can recognize them easier. If they... This country has a fucking AK. I don't know what country that is, but they have an AK in their flag. If you are putting a gun in your flag, you can't be that nice of a place, can you? No, what is this one? Myanmar, I think. Myanmar/Burma. I should put them in horrendous. Below North Korea, only because they've got the civil war going on there. So I would be very concerned of being sent there, but if it was peaceful, I would be very happy to visit Myanmar. Like, that's one of those countries that I have a very strong opinion of otherwise, but I know that they are not in a good place right now. Nauru. No, which one is Nauru? First, this one is going into where? No, wait, this is Namibia. I think that's Namibia. Yes, that's Namibia. And Namibia gives me the vibes of it being absolutely horrendous. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but because it is absolute desert. Like, very similar to Angola, but Angola just has more vibes, you know? And Nauru, I mean, unsafe. Same reason as the Maldives. I know that Nauru also had like a mine at the center of the country which basically depleted the entire country, and it's now like way smaller than it was in the past because of the mining activities that went on in there. And if that can happen to your country, you know that your country is not big enough. Like, if Nauru was a random island in Indonesia instead, no one would even know that Nauru exists outside of like the local region in Indonesia. Man, it's hard to pronounce this shit, man. Nepal Peak. Below Bhutan though, because this this place does not have the PNG flag for Nepal instead. Nepal also very interesting that they decided to use a different design for their flag. Like, no one told them what they were supposed to do, you know? Everyone else went with the status quo, but Nepal wanted to be different. And Netherlands, I think, is my favorite country. There's like nothing really wrong with it. New Zealand as well. I'm even going to put it above Finland, but below Nepal and Bhutan for reasons. Okay, this is Nicaragua. They've got the lake. Solid place. It would be interesting to visit them. I'm pretty sure that's like a Illuminati symbol or something in the middle too. Although I don't think that is the case. So Nigeria. I mean, it's the definition of unsafe, right? It's the definition of would avoid. It's like unsafe to the point that I would not want to go there at all. Like, you can just get kidnapped and shit. And that doesn't sound very good. Wait, is this India? It is the country that I should not pronounce on YouTube because I cannot pronounce it the right way. Bro, I'm putting you at the bottom of horrendous. No, not below the one with the AK though. Because I'm not even allowed to say your name without getting cancelled. I don't wanna take the risk. Macedonia, right? Macedonia is a very disappointing country. Like, you would think that they are way cooler based on their name. Like, when you know history and then you look at the map. Like, I remember how I learned about Macedonia as a kid was, you know, I was like chilling in like 2008, 2009, 2010, and I learned, damn, Macedonia is pretty fucking cool. Alexander the Great, damn, what a giga said. And then I look at the map because we had like a globe there, and I saw Macedonia on the map, and I was like, hold on, that's in the right place. You know, that the empire used to be kinda. But why is it this small? Like, why is no one talking about it? So yeah, no, not Macedonia actually. So yeah, it's just enjoyable. I would like to go there. It sounds interesting. But, you know, Norway. I mean, Norway is... I think that's my top 3. Let me put Czechia down honestly. I can... the more I think about them, they aren't on the same level as these other ones. Okay, another very ugly flag there. Why don't I see it? I don't know what that place is. Must be a small one. I think this is Pakistan. Yes, Pakistan, right? I would avoid Palau. I mean, I know that they are in the Pacific, I think. You know, like, I don't actually know if I say it like that. I know that I think that way anyway. Oh, Palestine. I would avoid. Personally. I don't want to go there. It's dangerous. Panama. They've got the canal. Solid place. I'm actually going to keep them there because they've got a wild amount of like wildlife in there. And you know what, Brazil? When I think more of Brazil, I actually want to put it higher up. Cause it just sounds like you would want to go there. Like, I want to go to Brazil. This one, I'm not gonna even try. So Paraguay, I would avoid. It just sounds like the most boring country in the Americas. Peru, easily peak tier. They've got mountains. Let me put... I can't put them above Bhutan and Nepal though. But I've been in Peru for 3 months and I would definitely recommend the experience. Like, it's the best. Might be a bit, a bit biased there, but whatever. Poland, we go to that first. Solid place. When I think of Poland, it's just a solid place. Like, if I could visit Poland, I'd be okay. But I don't want to visit Poland. I don't ever dream of visiting there, but yeah, you get the idea. Philippines. I mean, Philippines is a place that you want to go big. I mean, they've got so many things that you could do there. Yeah. Portugal, one of my favorite countries as well. I just randomly picked Portugal when I was watching football in like 2010. You know, I was watching like the World Cup or whatever, and I saw Ronaldo playing. You know, and I didn't know who Ronaldo was, but I thought he was pretty good. So I started to fanboy Portugal. I remember that's like the only tournament I ever saw of football. And I remember really liking Messi, Ronaldo and Luis Suarez. But one of those is not like the others. It's not like I know if Luis Suarez is like actually successful or anything. I mean, I imagine he is, but speaking of the fact, let me put Uruguay. Enjoyable. So this is Qatar. Oh, by the way, the country with the Romanian colors was definitely Chad. Let's just pretend it they are the other way. So Qatar, unsafe. Same story as Bahrain. I mean, they even have a similar colors. Just combine them already, or change the colors if you want to be like the same. Like, come on, what is this? All right. I should put Romania and Chad at the top of where because I don't know which one is which. Where is that one? There we go. I know. I mean, I think it's just funny to put them there. Russia, I would avoid. It is not a horrendous place, but no, I'm not going there. Alright, this is Rwanda probably, right? Yes. Rwanda actually seems like a place I want to go to. Like, if you've seen it in Google Maps, it looks quite enjoyable. But yeah, I'm gonna say unsafe. That's just the vibe I get from Rwanda. I've heard that they used to be quite poor, but I don't know, anything about them. Taiwan. Is this Taiwan? No, I don't know. OPQRS. Okay. Why am I tired? Is that Samoa? Yeah, that's Samoa. Okay, I actually know where Samoa is, so that's like an improvement from the other Pacific countries, but I get the feeling that it's unsafe with the same reasoning that I have for these other two island nations here. Like the sea is going to eat you alive if you live there for long enough. It must be in Europe, right? It's one of the microstates. Oh, San Marino. San Marino. It is the longest surviving continually existing country. I should just put them next to Italy, because it's very Italian style. I would like to go there if I could. I need to look at this S, like here. Sao Tome and Principe, I guess. Yeah, definitely. Where? I think that's in the Caribbean. Saudi Arabia. I'm gonna be like doing a very weird pick here, and I'm gonna say a solid place. Like I actually kinda want to go to Saudi Arabia. The only issue is that it is like 45 degrees hot, and they do make their money with oil. So I don't want to give them extra money, but you know, I don't hate them. Senegal, they seem like very similar to Gambia. If I knew what the Gambian flag was from first watch, it would be pretty nice. I'm gonna put them in horrendous though. That's the Seychelles. Another one of these small island nations. I think this one is in Africa. Let me just go with this actually. Sierra Leone. So Sierra Leone I don't know anything about, but I do know where they are on the map. I would avoid them. Yeah, I would avoid them less than Russia. Now this is Singapore. Singapore I actually really want to go to. I should put them like right around here. Like it just seems like a very nice place to go to. This is Slovakia and this is Slovenia. Yeah, I mean this is first in the alphabet. Slova. Yeah, Slova is first. So I think I actually want to go to Slovakia less than Slovenia. Slovakia sounds like a solid place, excuse me. But Slovenia, big. When I imagine them on the map, like it's a small place, very very small, but I would want to go there. Another one of those ones, where is it now? I think that's the Solomon Islands. Going into where? Somalia. Now I have a strong decision to make here. Like where in horrendous tier are we in? I think it's worse than Afghanistan. I can't say it's worse than the rest though. Yeah, I can't say that. Alright. South Africa. I mean, it's the definition of unsafe, but I am interested in going there. Switzerland, I mean, it's big countries, I know. Switzerland, I mean, it's one of the big countries again. It is a better Austria, and Austria is already very nice. Above Finland. I've said it. Spain. I don't want to go to Spain as much as Portugal, but Spain also sounds very nice to visit. A lot of history. Sri Lanka. Sounds like an enjoyable place. Like a nice vacation destination. A lot of jungles and everything to see. Saint Lucia, I know their flag. I also know where they are, so I should put them as a solid place, because I don't know if it's good or not. Probably pretty nice. Sweden. West Denmark. Above Denmark. I'm just kidding. Big. Vietnam. Vietnam has a lot of history. I like their architecture. And once again, like when I imagine Vietnam, I imagine like those markets and everything, which would be very nice to visit. So I'm going to put them pretty high up. The United Kingdom. I actually think they're big. Like, not kidding. And America, I mean, just unsafe. You know, next to Mexico. On the map. Vatican. I mean, I would avoid. Like, why would you go there? It's a random town square in Rome. Actually, I wouldn't avoid because it's in Rome and everything. It's a solid place. Like, I don't have anything to say about it. Okay, Turkey. This is a solid place. And then there was Turkey Deluxe, Turkmenistan. I would avoid. It's similar to the other stans there in the area. I don't know what that one is actually. Anyway, it is like, I'm not that excited about it. Ukraine right now, I mean, let me just put them there. Like, okay, that's actually way too high up when I think about it. Let me put it like that. Okay, I would still rather be in an active war zone than in Eritrea. And Dr. Congo is only this high up because all of the conflicts are so small scale that no one basically dies there. So it's less concerning to be around there. Okay, now I've made myself a bit of a disaster because I don't know the rest of these flags. South Sudan here. So South Sudan, I mean, it's horrendous. More horrendous than this. I would rather be in an active war zone, I think. Yeah. But it's still better than being in Eritrea for sure. Like South Sudan, like there's nothing going on. Oh, it is actually an active war zone too, so I should put it pretty low. But I would still rather be there than in Eritrea. Yeah, Eritrea I would say like definitely has the worst opinion for me. Like it's so far below everything else that it's not even close. Okay, this is Saint Kitts and Nevis. Another one of the Caribbean islands. It's another island probably. Saint Vincent. Yeah, sounds nice. I don't know where they are. Sudan? When did Sudan then change their flag? I swear it's not this one before. But, I mean, Sudan... It's better than South Sudan. Probably better than the country with, like, weapons on their flag. Like, modern weapons. I think I would still rather be in an active war zone though. Just not an active war zone in South Sudan. Syria. Why didn't I put Syria? I thought I did. I must have confused it with something. Syria is just unsafe because of the same reasons that those other countries have. Taiwan. I really like Taiwan. Enjoyable. Like it's actually a really like nice place. They've got mountains and everything. Like if you've seen them. I like follow their esports and stuff, which kind of doesn't really factor into it, but I think it does. Like in terms of my opinion of it. Alright, and then Thailand. I miss Thailand actually. My uncle is married to a girl from Thailand for like 20 years now, so I have a strong opinion of Thailand because of that. And when I just think of it, it just seems like a nice place. Like I would want to go there. Enjoyable actually. Yeah, it's not too hot. It's pretty safe. It's pretty developed. Interesting, really exciting wildlife and everything. I think I'm gonna need to give this one a wear. And now, back around there. Oh, that's Tajikistan. So Tajikistan, I mean, I don't have any special opinion of it compared to the other stans where they even put them. Yeah. All of these stans here. I don't want to go there. Just, why would I go there? They've never given me a reason to think that I want to visit that place. Tanzania I actually have a really strong opinion of. Like enjoyable. Oh, that was Tonga, the one here. So Tonga going into where? I know it's next to Samoa, but I don't remember what side of it. Turkmenistan. No, wait, what? Oh, I must have fucked up one of the stans. So one of these stans is not like the others. Alright, well, all of them are next to each other, right? Yeah, they are. I don't know which one of these is better and which one is worse. Venezuela. I mean, bottom of Buddha Void, almost horrendous. Because of like the entire economical disaster. This is Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago actually seems like an enjoyable place. Man, why do they have like a similar flag to Tanzania? What is this? Now if I could figure, I mean, I don't know what that is. That's Togo. Where did I even put Benin? Where, probably. It's better what avoid. It's where Benin was again. Man, Benin has the most basic flag in history. No wonder I didn't remember it. I will never remember that. Where's the rooster, bro? Flag with rooster. Uganda. Okay, I don't have a strong opinion of Uganda. I would avoid. Alright, one of these shit flags again. But they're starting to piss me off. Who designed this shit? It's the Arab Emirates. I actually really like them. United Arab Emirates. I kinda want to go there. Like, bottom of enjoyable. I know they're like doing like unethical things around there, but I mean, like, yeah, they look cool. They're rich and everything. Nice, basing my opinion on how rich the country is. Fucking elitist scum. Why do they have a snail on their flag on this one? I mean, if they've got a snail, it can't be that good. Let's put them above the AK because of that. Man, why does it look so much like India? They need to change this flag. It just makes me think of India, but luckily I at least remember the Indian flag good enough to not confuse it. Alright, the basic red, white and black. Red, white and black. Yemen. Oh man. It's better than Eritrea still. Better than South Sudan. That's about how far it can go. Countries by name, last to first. Fuck both of you. Where? Alright, I'm done. Clock it in. 1 hour 22 minutes. Most of that spent trying to memorize which country is which. Maybe I should have chosen one that didn't have 50 random Pacific islands. And frankly some South African countries which I just disrespect by not remembering. I mean, at least I remember that the stans exist. But like those South African countries, like, see some places potentially like affecting my life, but am I ever going to see a person from Angola? I mean, probably, but I'm never going to know that they're from Angola, will I? Probably not. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope I wasn't too controversial, but controversial enough for you to actually watch the video. Because if you didn't watch the video, like, why did I make this even? Like, am I just that pathetic? Like, that's just sad if no one watches this, you know? Type your thoughts on that in the comments below. Bye bye.